Files, Brandy, Taurus, Diana. Hi. Hi, Sarah. Nice. Again, guys, should we play with the Sacred Rebels? Maybe we should play with these tonight. So if you would like to reading, just let me know. Put that one in chat. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette. Okay, so Sarah. Got some, I'm going to play with these Sacred Rebels. I know it's supposed to be members only, but I just want to play with them. Because, I don't know. How you doing, Diane? So I'm going to start. Oh, Jeanette, okay. Let's start with Sarah. I'm not sure how long my phone is going to go, though, because it might die tonight, guys. Let's wait for more people. Yeah, I could share it. I'm doing good, too, Diane. Doing good, too. Diane, would you like a reading tonight, too? Brandy? Brandy, Diane. Hi, Terry. Let's see. Holy cow. Who did I miss? Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody? Christina, do you want one too? Okay, so I'm going to start mixing them for my flock. This is a really pretty deck. The Sacred Rebels. Hi, Terry. I wrote you down too. Okay, here we go. So this one is for Sarah. Caucasian Sasquatch. Truth and Justice. Oh, yay, Truth and Justice. Thank you so much. Truth and Justice. I'm going to write you down too. And Caucasian. Caucasian. Truth and Justice. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much. That's awesome. So from this beautiful deck, the Sacred Rebels, Sarah got Release the Dark Wound. Let Love Win. Let Love Live, I'm sorry. Let's see. Sarah. 25. These ones are pretty long. So if we detach something from the source too soon, trying to force it to become what it is not yet ready or willing to become, we can unintentionally sap it of its strength and kill it. There is a dark wound in the consciousness of humanity, which demands perfection and denies process. So if you are thinking of publishers before you even have written the book, if you are comparing your unfinished song idea to the latest best-selling pop release, if you have decided you're good enough or good enough to succeed before you've given it everything that you got and asked for divine help, then this dark wound has you in its grasp. You have to let go of the death grip of perfectionism and let yourself and your ideas live. Love is abundant, creative, and inspiring. It moves us so much joyously and creatively than fear. So you are being asked to honor the path of your own love. What inspires you? What feels exciting and joyful and perhaps rather different? Let that live. Release the dark wounding of false belief. There are countless stories of vastly successful artists who nearly bend the project that was the making of their career because of the despair fostered by their own dark nature. They doubted. They were uncertain. Was their work any good? Was it useless? They struggled to believe in the right of a work to come to life, whether it was accepted, revered, or rejected by others or not. They nearly lost their work for fear. Undoubtedly, there have been many times when this actually happened and the work was not saved, not allowed to live. So do not let this happen to you. Whether something is meant to be commercially oriented venture or a more personal creation for your own therapeutic healing, it must be allowed to be without judgment. It must be allowed to be what it is. And only time and love and patience and attention will reveal it. So if you have drawn this card along with the oracle of defend to the end, the worthwhile, or the oracle of the new birth, guarded vigilantly, then the message above is amplified, and you are asked to act on this immediately so that your path can continue under the protection and grace of wisdom. If you feel drawn to read the messages of one or both of those additional oracles, whether you have drawn the cards in this reading or not, trust your instincts and do that in addition to completing the reading of this guidance and the healing process. You can do the healing process for those additional cards if you wish to do so. So anyways, here is your healing process. Say the declaration below out loud 3 times and be in your heart and really feel what you're expressing. I now choose of my own free will to release all cellular memories and belief systems based in the dark criticism and judgment and shaming and fear, so that my creative, loving energy may thrive in a nourishing environment conducive to growth. Through all time and space, through all dimensions of my being, through unconditional love. So be it. Truth and Justice, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Truth and Justice. I love that. Mr. Hugh in the house, hi. So do we like these cards, guys, or should we go to a different deck? Should we go to like Seasons of the Witches? You're welcome, Sarah. Jeanette, would you like a Sacred Rebel too? You guys can pick a deck you want. I have a ton of them. So next is going to be Jeanette. Next is Jeanette. You like these ones? Okay. This is a really pretty deck. It really is. Okay, here we go. So, Sacred Rebels. This is for Jeanette. The word wants to be written. Let's see what it says. The word wants to be written. Jeanette. You, Jeanette, you might have been taught that creativity is something that you have to work really hard to access, or that your life purpose is so difficult that you must search high and low for it. Yet what you are is, Yet what you are is within you and wants to come out at every available opportunity. You don't have to struggle so much. It is more about allowing space for it to manifest and to let the energy flow. The real struggle is not finding something. It's more about letting go of the idea that you need to search for your path in the first place. You see, the process of activating your life path is a natural one, and the effort is getting it out of your way and not making something happen. As for being yourself, that is the foundation from which your true life path will reveal itself. Being yourself becomes easier when you give yourself permission to love and honor and accept yourself in all circumstances, especially the ones where you might be more tempted to judge and reject. So give the sacred rebel within the opportunity to decide your values, irrespective of whether they meet with general social acceptance. So this oracle brings you the message that you are dreaming of or seeking to do, create, live, or manifest is actually very natural for you. That is why you want to do it. If you experienced controlling and manipulative forces as you were growing up, you would have found it hard to access your natural state at the time. You would have been too busy trying to adapt and get through the trials of childhood. When you finished navigating childhood and started to let go of who you were taught to be in order to become who you really are, you may have found your life path was not easily accessible. That is simply because your true and natural self was covered by layers of shame from the early conditioning that you had to be other than who you are in order to win love or to be acceptable. So, however, the natural self hasn't gone anywhere. It is still there within you. Now is just about clipping away the walls of shame, perhaps with a defiant, who the hell cares? I'm here, and I love myself anyway. It allows you to risk bearing the feeling of any shame that arises as you release old emotional wounds and break away from any restraints to unconditional self-love. The sacred rebel within can empower you to love yourself no matter what. Simply because you want to, you might decide to declare, I am still lovable. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. This will send an energetic message to whomever shamed you in the first place, whether they meant to or not. Your message could be going to a parent or a school teacher or a sibling or a friend or a lover or anyone else that was struggling enough with their own shame, wound, that they couldn't help but dump it all on you. So you can be freed to realize that the shame is just an emotion, not a truth. And you can defy any hold it has ever had on you and your ability to love yourself. This oracle brings you the guidance that you are now powerful enough to break the cycle. It is time to stop the shame and claim yourself in love instead. What you want to write, sing, or dance, or become is you. It is natural. Drop your defenses. Get into the grit and confront the power of any old shaming has had over you. It's finished now. It's time for you to be naked with yourself. Acknowledge how gorgeous you are and get in with your work. Life is urging you to do so because the work wants to happen. What you want to create wants to be created. The word wants to be written. You just need to let go of any remnants of the past that have been in your way and step firmly over them onto your path. Heal process. Say aloud, I now choose to forgive and release any person, situation, or circumstance that has ever been a source of shame or shaming for me, whether conscious or unconscious. And I now release this from my body in my mind and my heart through unconditional love. I choose to claim myself instead. I love and accept and claim all of me under the loving protection and wisdom of life. I choose to live as myself. Now I call on the unconditionally loving assistance that life wishes to send me for this journey now. And I honor my creative power and my innate worth. So be it. Oh, we have somebody. Whoops, where'd it go? There she is. There you are. Carol.
My mouth is full. Sorry.
Hi, Stephen. Hi, G. We're playing. We're playing. We're playing. Woo, woo. Now we're just kind of hanging out.
So we have really bad storms heading this way. So
careful.
It's like the drench. Oh, the wind is picking up. So
oh my gosh.
If I get kicked off, it'll be because of that. Like a couple of years ago, I don't know if you guys remember the derecho that came through Iowa. That's supposed to be happening right now. Hey guys.
Thank you so much, Sweetly. I love you. Sweetly, part of the Big Energy membership. Thank you so much. Rain. Hi, Rain.
Hello,
guys. This is the Sacred Rebels, guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. The Sacred Rebels. So I'm going to write down Sweetly and Rain. And Rain.
Going green in Iowa. I'm sorry, Cassie.
Oh, it's okay. Kyle, yeah. G or Steven, would you guys like a reading? You don't have to.
Kyle put up a 1.
Kyle. Okay, Kyle. I wrote him down too.
Where You're welcome, Jeanette. It's Megan, right? I just always say their too when I'm going green, Mom. Where are you? What state are you in? Hey, Josie. Hello, Jeanette. Oh, she's muted it. Sorry I'm eating in front of you guys at the big case of the munchies. And holy shnikers, guys. Let's see if you guys can see this through the window, maybe. Can you see the wind? I don't know if you can appreciate it from here. It died down just a little bit. I have some low branches, so hopefully that doesn't. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Crystal!
No. Nebraska. I think it's coming this way from. But yeah, it was supposed to do like some big loop across, and I guess we're the middle of the loop. Hey, Crystal. Holy cow, guys. Lord. Wish I could. I might like trade places with Aslan and sit in his bed so y'all can see this crazy.
Hi, Mr. Hugh. Mr. Hugh.
Mr. Hugh.
Thank you, Brandy. This one's for Brandy from the beautiful, beautiful Sacred Rebels. And it says, against the grain. Yes, that's a butt. Swimming in the water naked. Oh, gosh, I want to do that too.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, yes. Butt naked, just swimming. Heck yeah.
I have a baby pool. Here we go. I could do that.
Swim butt naked, guys. There we go, Brandy. You want birds to be able to fly underwater. You want love to trump power. You want humanity to relate to each other as equals and to recognize sacredness in you and in the world around you. You want to unleash the beauty that hides in even the ugliest of scenes or sentiments. And you want to make possible what others cannot be. You are a radical dreamer, a sacred rebel, and you bring the light of a more positive future to the world. However, this can have its burdens. Deep within you, you might feel that you don't really fit in with the rest of the world. Perhaps your sense of how things can be and how things really are is so different to the smaller minds or more fearful hearts of many others that you are rarely received for all that you offer. And this might make you feel frustrated, thwarted, or lonely at times. The universe loves you for your unusual take on things, for the quirkiness in you that dares that which is different and renders the impossible. You must never ever lose your unusual ways and become dry or serious, appropriate or conventional, not even for appearance sake, for you would lose your essence. You are here to show that life is about so much more than conventional success. This oracle has a special message for you. You are someone who lives and breathes in the depths of creative waters, and you need to lose yourself to the flow of music and nature and dreams, imagination and fantasy, through art and literature and meditation and dance, and in sensual surrender to the sacred waters of the ocean or rivers, the lakes, bathtub. You must go against the grain. It's just your way. You are not one of the followers, but one of the agitators. However, yours is not a flood of disrespectful chaos. You are a living catalyst, and by simply just being yourself, you constantly remind people that there is always another way. This oracle comes with the particular guidance that you are to be exactly who you are. You are meant to be the black sheep, the rainbow sheep, even the wild wolf in the flock of sheep, the daring butterfly spirit belonging to the caterpillars. That is you. The price that you pay for the gift of individuality is that you must take care of it and guard it so you are not dulled down and conditioned into playing at being something you're not. If this has happened or is threatening to happen, this oracle brings you comfort. You will, oh gosh, happened or is threatening to happen, this oracle brings you comfort. You will always dream of birds that fly underwater, and you know that the true nature of being can never be changed. At most, it could only be hidden for a time. Now is the time to accept who you are and allow your truths to be freely expressed. Don't worry about the effects of against the grain. When we are who we are in truth, we attract the support, protection, and energy that we need to thrive. Your power comes from aligning your outward self with your inner truth, not the general consensus. You will then find other dreamers, other butterflies, and a typically colored sheep to join you in conjuring better visions for our world. Hi, Fab. Here's your healing process, okay? Close your eyes and relax and take deep breaths in and out as you bring your awareness into your body and the space that exists within your body. When you are relaxed, imagine, sense, or perceive a winding river of golden light that starts below your feet. Sense it gathering there as a pool of liquid, golden energy. It has an intelligence of its own. It winds its way into beautiful patterns right before you, flowing with grace and playfulness. This river of light symbolizes your life journey, so just notice it and enjoy it. See that your life journey is unique. You may focus on your own river of life or expand your awareness to sense the rivers of light that represent the journeys of those around you. You may sense or feel that their paths are unique to them also. No one has the exact same journey to take, even though we are all heading towards the one destination of absolute love. So say the following aloud. I honor myself. I honor the truth that I express through my being. I accept the protection that I am offered, so I may go against the grain from a place of love as an invitation for others to be open to life. So be it. Cisco in the house, guys. Cisco in the house. Journey Through the Gate Paranormal Portal podcast. And make sure you drop that link, Cisco. If you guys don't have Cisco, you must have her. That is the most amazing channel ever. I love that channel. She's amazing. Welcome. You're so welcome. That was for you. Against the Grain. I love going against the grain. Not pretty. Hi, Nightmare. Hi, Bomi. Hi, Fap. Crystal. Okay, if anybody else would like a reading, I can get you on a list. So I have Diane, then Holy Cowgirl, then Caucasian Squash, and then Truth and Justice, and then Going Green Mom, then Sweetly Morbid Bear, then Rain, then Kyle. That's what so far. Yeah, guys, make sure you guys please join us every Sunday and Monday. Journey Through the Gate Paranormal Portal podcast. She is amazing. I love it. We have so much fun there. Just amazing. There you are, Truth and Justice. Diane, are you still here? You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. We're just kind of reading. Oh, Hugh, you want to be on, Mr. Hugh? Hey, Cass, give me a deck. Just don't want it to be mine. The Sacred Rebels is what I am reading tonight. Ooh. Okay, so there she is. She is Earthy Taurus. Let's get you a card. Fap, do you want a reading tonight? And Rain? Oh, I already have you down, Rain. Cisco, would you like a reading tonight too? I love this deck. It's a beautiful deck. So this is for Diane, Earthy Taurus, receiving beautiful. Welcome, Cisco. Diane, here we go. Find it. Ooh, right here. All right, oops. Here we go. Diane, you are so loved. Your every need is witnessed and responded to by the universe. However, you forget this. You become swept up in the momentum of habitual consciousness, and you get to take a moment to stop and breathe and just be. In that moment, you can receive the love of the universe that is receiving you. It will nourish you with contentment and energy. You have not done this enough, so your soul is becoming parched and is drying out. Energy has been going out of you, but there is not enough coming back in. So it is time to bring something back in for you, to receive and to be received. You are being offered a chance for restoration now, to feel nourished and cared for and loved, and accept it. You deserve it. The healing process below will help you surrender any guilt or shame that you feel for having needs in the first place. It will also help you overcome any struggle that you have receiving and accepting so that your needs can be met. Do you know how much joy the universe gains from being able to give to you? When you delight in what you receive, when you openly embrace a gift and are so happy about it and with it, the universe is fully received by you. In this space, there is joyful communion between you and life, and energy flows more freely, and magic happens. When you demur, saying you cannot accept, that is too great a gift. or that you are not worthy. You are impeding that flow. You are inhibiting the communion, connection, the playful interaction, you and the universe. Enough with the falsy, modesty, and guilt. You are a radiant sun in human living. An exquisite life experience is your birthright. So enjoy it. Soak it up, all of it, including the restoration of sacred rest. From that place of nourishment, you will more effortlessly create and live and love with greater energy and thriving and pulsing passion. The earth rests each night so it can greet the sun again each morning with a spectacular living art of sunrise. Allow yourself to switch off and step away and close the laptop and switch off the phone and just be with yourself for a little while. You will return and be more efficient and effective. So rest now and play now and work later. Forget your worries for a while, switch off, do something else, and let it all go, and it will all flow. Say aloud, I release. Oh, here's your healing process. Say aloud, I release all false guilt and shame, having needs, and false beliefs about rest being wasteful or unnecessary. I accept healthy, productive, sacred rest and the gifts of happiness that it brings. And I understand that rest and activity balance, feed into each other. There is a sacred healing that happens through rest, which is powerful. I accept it and receive it now through unconditional love. This is now so. So that was for you. I thought that was really, really, really beautiful. Really beautiful. Like you deserve that. Take it. Take it. Value you. Very welcome, Diane. Maria. Let's write down Maria too. Maria. Hi, Maria, sis. I am on record. No reading of mine. Let's see. Is this Sunday morning readings? Am I late? Chatty! Chatty, are you off work yet? So that was for Diane. Holy cowgirl. Holy cowgirl, are you still here? Terry. Holy cowgirl. Thank you, Megan. Going green, mom. I am on record. A reading of my deck. Text can me. See if Holy Cowgirl is in the house, because she is next. Then we have Caucasian Gouache. Then Truth and Justice. Then Megan. Then Sweetly Morbid. Then Rain. Then Kyle. Then Maria. I don't know why my chat's not. It's not moving, guys. There you are. There you are. Okay, Holy Cowgirl. Holy Cowgirl. Let's grab you. Get your reading done. See what you got. I like this deck. It's pretty. Here we go. So we're reading from this beautiful deck. And here it is. Beyond the mind, the heart's beat. Ooh, I like that. Hi, Freaky. Oh, here we go. Thank you, sis. Hi, Freaky. 21. Let's see. Here we go. All right, Terry. In the chaos of modern life, the constant fluctuations of our minds, it can be difficult to remember but a sublime sanctuary lies within. Yes, it is always there. Beneath the ceaseless activity, there is an endless, vast spaciousness that restores, connects us to something greater, something that exists outside of time, and some might call it eternity. Within that sanctuary, sacred sound is felt rather than heard. That sacred sound is actually the reverberating heartbeat of the entire universe. Your own heart's rhythm sounds within the greater universal heartbeat, the totally alive. All our being can be felt as one through listening to and for the sacred sound of the heart beating within you. Through this heartbeat that we a love more than preference or attachment. This is the love that inspires and energizes and moves us to create, even be what we once thought was possible. Your love for life, the need to feel alive and express yourself, and the quest for that which is truly fulfilling. These are the sacred urges that rebel against fear, and promote passion for being alive. They flow through your blood and can't be felt, and felt through the beating of your heart. So this oracle has a message for you. There is the way of the mind, which can make mountains out of molehills, even when it thinks it's turning mountains into molehills. Then there is the way of the heart. It is subterranean and moves subtly beneath possible obstacles, intelligently shifting with exquisite sensitivity, sensing the way forward through dangerous pathways and responding to what is that even occurs in the physical world. However, with the heart's intelligence, we cannot see and know in the same way that we do when we allow the mind to direct us. We have to be open to another way if we want to benefit from the innate intelligence of the heart. The mind sees, plans, and strategizes. The heart feels and responds and senses and intuits. So when we walk the path of the heart, we must feel and respond rather than plan our way. It is a different way to live and create. It is closer to the earth and to the source of life itself. It is not for those who are lacking in courage and trust, but you are not one of those. Being asked to trust your heart and to drop into it. The mind is important, but it cannot supplement the heart. The role of the mind is to serve the truths of the heart. That is, to create the spacious chamber of receptiveness into which the sacred rhythm of your heartbeat can resound. This oracle comes with guidance for you. Deep within, you know what to do, and you know what is true. It matters not whether the mind and its plans seem to agree with your inner sense. Your willingness to trust your heart and to rebel against fear will serve you well. Let your heart lead you. Be sure of your faith and trust in what you feel. Your head and heart have been in conflict at times over the course of your life. This has brought you struggle and sometimes deep suffering. However, this oracle brings you the message that a truce will soon be declared, and the appropriate outcome of the mind waving the white flag of surrender is imminent. Soon, if not ready, you will finally be feeling that your heart is leading you. You will feel that your mind is learning to follow the guidance of your heart rather than trying to be out front, seeing and sorting everything out in advance in order to be safe. What a relief to go out of this old way. Your mind can become more relaxed and trusting. There will be a period of adjustment as you get used to living without so much foresight, but with more insight and wisdom and energy in the present moment to create. If you are finding that you cannot plan or strategize as you once did, or you feel you know less than you have ever known about who you are, or where you're heading, or how you're supposed to get there, then this oracle comes as confirmation that these are healthy signs of a shift from head to heart, and you are not proceeding in error. You are exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you are meant to be doing. And you are now in a position that is more powerful than ever because you are allowing yourself to be guided by your heart, a heart that beats in harmony with the heart of all existence. Your affairs are in accord with love. And no matter what may appear at times, all is unfolding according to that greater love, you included. Healing process. So lie on your back comfortably with your hands on your heart and say, I love you. I trust you. You are beautiful and you are wise. You beat in harmony with a greater plan of life. You are my guiding light. Those are pretty long, I tell you. Cynthia, Purgatory Paranormal, Debbie. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Let's see. Hi, Cynthia. Dad Perfect in the house. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. I love you guys. So that was for Terry, Holy Cowgirl. What's everybody doing tonight? We're just kind of chilling. Caucasian squash, Sasquatch, Caucasian squash. Are you still here? You guys are awesome. You're so awesome. Thank you guys for being here. We are reading from this Sacred Rebels oracles. They're pretty long. It's a lot of reading, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I don't know if Caucasian is still here. Truth and justice. Truth and justice. Jeanette, yeah? Can you guys hear me? There you are. There you are. Okay, so now we're going to pick out one for you. Truth and... Did you see the fireworks? No, I didn't see any fireworks. Hi, Alan. Thank you to my members. $2.99, only $2.99 a month. And we will be doing members only lives. And you're going to get a private reading from a couple of my new decks, my new tarot decks for July, for every month. Every month you get a private reading. So only $2.99 a month, guys. All right, here we go. Right here, Sacred Rebels. So this is for truth and justice. Diving for light. Look how beautiful. Diving for light. Let's see. And truth and justice. Do you have an email or anything? I'm not sure where your private reading for the month. If you got, I know what the other ones have Twitter. So here we go, truth and justice. Find it, hold on. Truth and justice. How brave you are. You are diving for the light. It can be so much simpler to seek light in the heavenly, in that which is blissful and sweet and loving and kind. To look for the light in that which is dark is an advanced task that only a rebellious and brave heart will attempt. You may not feel that you have taken such a journey by choice, yet you have taken this wise challenge on from deep within your soul. Your innermost being has evoked the situation in your life with intention that you grow in power, a wisdom and creative juice. It also wants you to experience a bold and fearless trust in life and become further empowered to live it with zest and courage. The oracle of diving for light speaks of a time when you were called into darkness through life circumstances and situations, relationship challenges, or inner struggles that defy clear understanding. That darkness might be a creative, a sense of being in a void, feeling of depression or rage, or sadness, or fear, or anxiety. There may or may not be an obvious cause. The darkness might be generally accepted and socially acknowledged because there is a solely acceptable or obvious reason for it, such as death, divorce, or retrenchment. However, there might be no obvious justification for your experience of darkness. You might not need a reason to be able to accept it. Likewise, you may struggle to find an unconditional acceptance of your experience. Just know you are actually on track and where you need to be. Our creative process and our spiritual path go through a similar churning of the will. There is spring and summer in the seasons of your soul, as well as the earthly ones too. There is the autumn harvest, and there is the death inherent in winter, when energy is concentrated and pulled within to seek out the darkness where it can rest and regenerate and simply be until the time is right for new life and energy and creative inspiration to burst forth. When diving for light, one must be willing to bear the darkness and understand it has a purpose, much like winter. For now, it's a testament to your spiritual growth and creative process, not a sign that they are lacking or stalling. The healing process below will help you with your inward plunging and to successfully navigate it. So this oracle brings particular guidance that although are powerful, you are also at times. You need to be alert, and criticism may make your progress more difficult than it already is. That would be rather unnecessary. At least some of the people around you might be more attached to their fear and doubt than to their faith in the way the creative, rebellious spiritual path that asks to trust unconditionally. There might be frightened due to a lack of understanding, and you don't need to carry their fear for them. You have your own process to attend to, and they can choose to be inspired by your journey or frightened by it. They are free to respond as they wish, and whatever those responses are, they are part of their journey for them to work through. So you also need to be vigilant against the darker forces within you. There are the voices that you may not expect, particularly if you are pure-hearted, being who typically resonates with love. You must stay in your heart and not believe these dark forces. Stay in compassion. Where fear creates the energy of anger and hate and destructiveness. These forces are a part of life. We don't have to be frightened of them, nor do we need to deny their existence or try to ignore them in order to find light in the darkness. We just need to hold on to compassion and be intelligently aware so we can avoid being seduced in the trap of needing to solve ourselves, prove ourselves, or into the mistaken belief that we need to fight darkness. Diving for light is a spiritual test and a threshold for all true creative work. We successfully navigate our way through this test and pass the threshold into new creative birth. It's not an easy test, but it is one that you must be ready for. Otherwise, it wouldn't be coming to you now. So just remember, it is the light of the heart that sustains. It exists within us, even in the depths of the unknown terrain. So here's your healing process. Say this aloud. I call upon the presence of unconditional love. Be here now, without constraint. Feel me and fill this space. Touch all being grace. I feel the sense of unconditional love within me. I acknowledge the presence of unconditional love all around me. And I am the presence of unconditional love. And this is love. No fear can remain. So, yeah, that was for you. That was for you. These ones are really long. I like them. You guys are awesome. Spirit Walks Paranormal Dundee. I haven't seen you in a long time. So glad you're here. Spirit Walks in the house. How are you doing? Funny. Silly. So that was for truth and justice. And next is Going Green Mom. That was for you. I hope you like that, truth and justice. Here we go. So this one's going to be for Going Green Mom. How do you guys like these cards? Yes, you know. Oh, this is a really, really good one. This is a beautiful one. I love it. Oh my gosh. All right, Megan. This is for you. Look at her. Look at her. And it says, Sacred Fool. Pam. Hi, Pam. Pam, we're just kind of reading from the Sacred Rebels. And this one is for Megan Going Green Mom. All right, here we go. Thank you. It's nice. How is everybody doing? So this is Going Mom. Sacred Fool. Here we go. The fool is a great rebel, able to thwart convention and tell the truth without constraint. Your heart is a wonderful, powerful, sacred fool. It cares not for the right way to do things, and it cares not for what mind says is real and not real. It lives according to a wisdom that cannot be dictated to or controlled by anything. It loves, it lives, and it is what it is. This oracle heralds a time now imminent when you will feel inspired, alive, and passionate for what you can offer the world. And it says to you, don't try to be appropriate. Don't try to be socially acceptable and worry about what you may think about what you're doing. Just be. If you want to wear a bad hat while you're doing so, do it. The sacred in you is willing to leave behind what has been because it no longer feels right to stay attached to it. The sacred fool in you trusts life completely. It would occur to this part of you to try and outsmart life or resist its flow. It recognizes that the mind is a monkey puppet on strings. More often than not, it is cajoled to fear when it can be playful and the radical, spontaneous of life. So the sacred full in you urges your mind to let itself be pulled into your heartstrings, not into fear and doubt by the controlling machines of the mass media. This oracle brings you a message. It's time for you to play. It's time for you to let life happen in a completely unreserved, unscripted way. The more bizarre, left of field, unexpected, and apparent ridiculous, the better. This might not be appropriate at first. That's okay. That is actually good. It's a sign that you are breaking within your own self-imposed conventions. It's time to move beyond them now because a bigger life adventure is calling to you. This is wonderful news. It is the desire of life to operate more radically through you so you can become the conduit through which miracles and crazy wild synchronicity can occur. Being more electric, and you are plugged into the apparent randomness of life. The sacred fool goes with you without having to understand any of it. As you take this journey, you might find that people around you are challenged, and you might unintentionally cause them to rethink the way they live their lives. And they may question whether the way they are living is the only way for them or the best way. At first, they might react rather than take responsibility. The sacred fool in you doesn't engage in this. It is what it is, and it rises and it falls. It doesn't stop you when you're married, unconditional being. If you find making choices that have others questioning your sanity, you are right on course. You might feel that you are quite possibly going insane, but you're not crazy. You are just approaching enlightened awareness. There is a moment, sometimes rather when we wake up to life and shed our attachment to mass opinion and float in the dead state, we might find that no one is really able to understand or connect with us to the point that we question our state of mind. Stay with that. It will pass. And you will see you are coming soon, the same world. The tables will turn and you will gain greater inner freedom and creative juices. Stay on your path. Stay on your journey to take nothing too seriously. It will all work out perfectly. Here's your healing process. Say this. I call on the sacred full of unconditional love. Please help me access your lightness of spirit, your wisdom, and your ability to exist in the heart of truth, to be powerful without becoming attached or obsessed with power. I honor your vision. May I see and know so truly and be free. I choose of my own will to give myself absolute permission to just be myself now and always through unconditional love and mercy and compassion. So be it. I like that. I don't know what the hell is going on out there. One second, guys. What the hell? Come on. What's going on here? Who's taking the banjo? What is going on? Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Okay. Woo! So that was for Going Green Mom. Sweetly Morbid. Fast Timmy Machinist. Fast Timmy. Hi. Mike B in the house. Asked me up getting a call from, okay, Maria. Right, Maria sis, thank you for being here. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Okay, so next is Sweetly Morbid. Bigfoot Anon in the house. Connor. Hi, Connor. How are you doing, Connor? just kind of reading and hanging out. Got this Red Rebels. Ooh, okay. Now it's Sweetly Morbid. Hi, baby.
Coffee.
In a minute, Kay. Let's see. This is going to be for Sweetly Morbid Bear. Thank you for becoming a member. Only $2.99 a month. You get a monthly private reading, and we're going to do some member-only lives with member-only decks. So this is the beautiful, okay, here's the deck we're working with tonight. And here is this beautiful card that Sweetly Morbid got. Faith in the process. Oh, sorry. Thank you so much. I'm sneezing. Hi, Nightmare! Sorry, I'm sneezing. I'm so loud when I sneeze. I'm not a quiet sneezer. All right, Sweetly Morbid Bear. So no matter how powerful we are, how much courage and strength we have, there are times when we fight ourselves along to the next phase of life or creative exploration. Thank you, Nightmare. At such times, we need some divine intervention, a little help in pulling our trolley along, so to speak. When we are at the edge of our own limits and have no more powerful resources, we might be left with only one spiritual power, that of faith. Fortunately, that is enough. That is enough. And as unlikely as it might seem, the invisible help from the universe is often more powerful than the physical efforts of 1,000 men. That is because the invisible help is not limited by physical laws. It can shift and bend and move in ways that defy limitation. It can affect and evoke and influence situations through invisible but undeniably persuasive means. You are in a situation where you cannot set right the course of events all by yourself. This is not an indication that you have done something wrong, and nor does this suggest you are not strong enough. It's a sign that there is something bigger unfolding in your life, and your willpower will be supplemented by the power of life itself. Sometimes a bigger plan needs to be manifested for the benefit of humanity and Earth. You need to shift your perspective to realize you are part of the greater unfoldment of life, that your individual life serves the greater plan, and that you are not separate from its genius. This is what is happening right now. You happen to be instrumental to the greater plan. You need to accept your position and be moved. Also, being so heard and protected as you make personal progress through and that Ganner shame. So this is a time for humility and trust. You need complete faith in the process and events that are happening. There is nothing to worry about. You will be moved most fully and easily with most grace and assistance through your faithful surrender. Ironically, it is through complete surrender and total faith that we become the most empowered. When we are no longer trying to impede the perfection of the greater plan, we can be aligned and moved by the process, having faith in the benevolence of life, rather than harboring the suspicion that life is seeking to catch us, have a joke at our expense, or carelessly toss us about as we mean nothing, and then we can relax a little. Having faith in the process gives space to be curious about what is taking place. Guidance from this oracle comes direct from the greater source of self. There is now an opportunity for you to be moved from the situation you are currently in to the next chapter in your life story. You can't do it on your own. It's too big of a shift. It needs the grace of life to intervene on your behalf. You will need faith. You might think as though the wheels of the trolley are coming off, or they're a bit rickety, but you must also understand that the voice of life is now coming straight to your heart with this message. I have resources you do not know of. You do not know of. It is safe to trust in my ways and in my wisdom, for I love you, and I am guiding you into all that is rightfully yours. And know that what is rightfully yours, it is what is in your heart truly desires, and need not fear loss. Nothing that is meant to come to you will be denied, and it is safe for you to let go and allow move on, or move you, sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Through faith and peace is restored. Through faith, peace is restored. And you are able to know this and perhaps have some fun in the process. Here is your healing process. Say this aloud. I now ask that all disappointing experiences of the past that have led me to believe that life is not trustworthy or that faith is a silly or immature way to deal with life be released from my mind and my body and my heart. I ask for to accept that I can and will attract all that is needed into my life at the perfect time and in the perfect way. I ask to be empowered to absolutely receive all that can assist me gratitude and without shame or guilt. So be it. Really pretty. Very pretty. But I need to get a drink of water really, really quick. Guys, please talk amongst yourselves, okay? I'll be right back. I love you guys. I'll be right back. More still feel about this deck. Honestly, I'm not really feeling this deck. It's just so, I don't know. Maybe because it's so much reading and it kind of goes ahead. Not that it's not beautiful, because it is. It's a beautiful deck. I feel like it's kind of going over my head a little bit. It goes really deep. But, you know. Rain, are you still here? Big prayers, Pam. Big prayers, okay? for your fibromyalgia. There you are, Wayne. All right, Wayne. Let's get you a sacred rebel. And if they're different, it's beautiful. And just goes very, very deep. So this is for Rain. Every journey starts with a single step. That's so true. Very true. Number 12. All right, Rain. You're on a journey. Yes, an internal journey. There is a physical expression of this journey that is going to become increasingly important to the fulfillment of your destiny in this lifetime. Your journey has started on the inside, but its destination will be the physical expression of an internal healing. This journey will draw upon what you have learned, mastered over the course of your life. So much so that you know your life experiences have prepared you just for this particular adventure. You have all that you need within you, and this is not the time to worry about what you are going to take with you. From within your heart, you will sense what needs to come along for the ride and what is best left behind. You may be surprised exactly how much can be left behind without you feeling concerned or anxious. Be able to travel far lighter than you ever imagined possible. To be best equipped for this journey, you need a lightness of heart and the realization that change can be an incredible blessing, even if what you are leaving behind is something that you found secure and safe and familiar, comforting. Just as the butterfly leaves the chrysalis behind when it's time to spread its newly formed wings, so too are you ready to leave behind what once was and embrace what is more appropriate for you now. There is an element to the journey you are embarking upon that is unknown. Perhaps it is new to you that you are even taking a journey. However, the realization that traveling along a familiar path brings no guarantee is more likely. This open, unscripted quality to your journey will help you gain the most from your experiences. You see, this journey is a spiritual gift. It is an invitation from the great loving heart of the universe, calling you into something that you would not have otherwise found. You are not supposed to know all the details, nor how it's going to work out before you set out. You are meant to take one step after the other, again and again, so that you can receive the gifts that are headed your way. If you are considering taking a physical trip somewhere, this comes as confirmation that the journey will in some way be a life-changing one, and this is good. If the journey considering is more internal variety, such as exploring a new field of consciousness, beginning a new creative work, or traveling into the void of the unknown possibilities in order to start your work, then this oracle is confirmation that it is indeed a wise choice, and much new life will come of it. This oracle brings you particular guidance that apparently small steps you are taking in any area of your life important to you right now are actually far more powerful and constructive than you realize. Sometimes we are gaining, but the effect is not immediate, obviously. And this doesn't mean that nothing is happening. It simply means that the effects of your actions are cumulative, and soon they will begin to overflow into the physical world with a positive impact that will surprise you. So this oracle brings you the message to keep going. If you have been doing a lot of inner work, you are frustrated or concerned that you are not seeing the results translate physical world, keep your faith. As the physical manifestation of your inner work is coming, remember that you have all the resources you need and then some. Your inner and outer journeys are blessed with positive energy, and all you need to do is keep going, one step at a time. Here is your healing process. Say aloud, of my own free will, I now choose to surrender any fear or doubt without my ability to succeed. I believe in myself, and I trust myself, and I have faith in the unfolding journey of my life, both internally and out of this world. Even in the face of the unknown, I know that positive energy surrounds me, and I am protected through unconditional love. I am supported and assisted to take each step as needs be, and that my great creative life journey can be all that it can be. I like that. I love that. I like that. That was pretty cool. Night, sweetly morbid. I love you. Thank you for becoming one of my members, okay? And for being here. Have a beautiful, beautiful. You're very welcome. I liked your message. Oh, still got 10 in the house. It's in the house, guys. Who wants a reading? Anybody else want one? Do we want to like go to a different deck? Do we want to stay on this deck? What do we want to do, guys? 10 in the house. Who's here? Who's here with me? I love you, Jeanette. I love you all. Thank you for being here. You're here every time, Jeanette. I love you. You're awesome. Mr. Hugh, let's give you. Let's try the Journeys of Gaia Tarot. Huh? Cool. I'm being silly. All right, guys, if you guys would like one, you just let me know, okay? So I'm going to give Mr. Hugh a reading from Dreams of Gaia. I picked up this deck today. I have to use it. All right, here we go. Let's see how it goes. Right. So from this beautiful new tarot deck, Dreams, you got this guy right here, the Father. Let's see what he's got to say. The Father. He looks tough. It's the Father. My first reading from this one. My first reading from this one. Here we go. Okay. Meaning, the Father in this ideal form is a strong, confident man who, while not believing in the world revolves around him, is very much the center of power within the family unit. He represents the family's core strength and unity. He is stillness within the storm, someone who is active in his role as a provider, and teacher, and leader. The Father is a decisive man of action. He teaches not only by instruction, but by example. He is a man of integrity and honesty, someone who keeps promises and takes responsibility for his actions. He is the provider, not just of financial security and sustenance, but also of order and discipline. He sets the rules within the family home, and they are not just rules that he sets for others, but rules that he must follow himself. Those rules are constants that provide safety and peace within the home, while still allowing all within that space to flourish. He is supportive and encouraging and also unafraid of play and laughter. He inspires curiosity and creativity in others with his positive influence and interest. He is, above all else, interested and affectionate, and he wants to know his children and shows that he cares. And he takes a proactive role in knowing his children's likes and dislikes, and loves and fears, and does all he can to have his children leave the family home as confident and happy adults. Past. The father, when he appears in the past position, will take you back childhood in the past position. His message will be influenced by the relationship that you had with your parents and how it shaped your perception of yourself and the world around you. While the father depicted as a very gender specific archetype, both father and mother play a defining role in how strong this aspect of self is within each individual. Was your father an approachable man who was actively present and interested in your life? Did he express interest in the lives of his wife and children? Hey, this is getting pretty nosy. Or was he a distant provider who went off to work and came home to clean and orderly house where a hot dinner was awaiting and children were seen and not heard? Was your father a loving man who hugged you close and carried you on his shoulders and bandaged your knees when you fell? Did he build sandcastles with toy dozers and share a cup of tea with Teddy Bear? Or was he the stern, distant man who interacted little, offered praise only for accomplishments, and meted out punishment when you disobeyed or broke his rules? How did your father interact with your mother? Did he treat her with respect? Was he supportive and loving, treating her as an equal and as a partner? Or was he the head of the household whom all obeyed? In turn, how did I respond to his treatment of her? Was your father a source of support and strength, or a source of fear? The child of a strong, peaceful, caring father who treats all with respect and fairness will grow to become an adult who treats those around them with the same and respect and care. Just as the mother card, the father in the past position asks you to look at your relationships with your parents, as it does play a defining role in shaping you. Oh my gosh. This is a really long one too. The present. When the father appears in the present position, it symbolizes a need to step up, take charge, lead the way. If you are head of the household, there are certain responsibilities that come with this position. If your position is one that involves children, it is your responsibility to set good and positive examples and guide them and instruct them, and inspire confidence in them. This is not the time to burden those in your care or charge with your troubles. Now is one of those times when you have to carry your burdens alone or share them with someone who is in a real position to help you. Oh my gosh. Oh. Like this, on and on and on and on. Whoa. So, let's see. Key phrases. Time for decisive action, a source of strength, not fear. Step up, take charge, guide, instruct, inspire, confidence. Be interested and supportive, not critical. The buck stops with you. Fulfill your obligations. Allow others their autonomy. Whew, step out of the Stone Age. I don't know this one. No. Boomy says, there'd be too much around me for reading. I know my path of doom. Walk it lost. Woo! Catching them fish. Hi. Thank you for coming. How are you doing? Let's make sure you have a wrench, okay? I'm back. So that's a pretty long deck. Pretty long deck right there. So make sure you guys check out Catching Them Fish. You're welcome, Mr. Hugh. You're welcome. I'm going to grab this other deck. Seasons of the Witch. Catching Them Fish. You're welcome to stick your link in there so everybody can check you out. Mr. Hugh, I'm going to give you another reading from this Season of the Witch, because that was just a weird one from the other one. Are you okay, Carol? Are you okay? Be safe, okay? What, baby? There should be some in the fridge.
Where?
It'll say coffee. Okay, so this is going to be a reading from the Seasons of the Witch. Yeah, let me know what's going on, Carol, okay? Just hot. Aww. So this is for Mr. Hugh. Sacred waters. Drunken by the swell of the sea, I can feel the blanket of her embrace. Unafraid of the presence releasing the cords, I call her in. I call her deeply within. Ooh, let's read it. And if I haven't read you guys, if I have not read you and you want a reading, make sure you put that one in chat. I'll give you a reading if you want one. All right, Mr. Hugh, here we go. So this card comes, Malina, I'll be right there, okay? Flynn, I'll help you find something. All right, so this card comes to a reading when you are ready to heal wounds that have troubled you for many moons, perhaps lingering pains from things lost, or the weight of the past that creeps up to haunt you at night. Pulling sacred waters is a sign that you will soon be renewed, and your soul will release the cords that have bound you to hurtful memories of old. And you may not know what needs to be healed. You could be carrying baggage that isn't immediately present in your consciousness. But the effects of such deep healing will become evident in the changes happening around you. Do not question the blessings coming into your life. They are here because you are slowly learning to wash away the blocks that have previously prevented such abundance. Sacred waters remind you to be gentle with yourself in the coming weeks. Difficult emotions or painful memories might surface, but this is your spirit bringing them to your awareness so they can be healed for good. If you do experience painful memories, allow them to wash over you, and do not try to overcome what you feel or allow yourself to feel guilty for what you're feeling. Simply experience the wave, allowing it to pass at its leisure. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like the Seasons of the Witch. They are really pretty. Would anybody else like a card? Either of the Seasons of the Witch or the one, the Sacred Rebels? Who would like a card? Carol, Carol, Carol. Would you like a sacred Seasons of the Witch? Nightmare? Let's give one to Carol really quick because she's listening. And then whoever else wants one can have one too. Ooh, I like this deck. I love this deck. I love it. So this is, whoopsie, whoopsie. Not scared. Don't be scared. It's so fun. It's a lot of fun. So this is the card that Carol got from the Seasons of the Witch. She got Goddess. Look at her. Make sure to feel it in your bones, for you are what you believe. Oh, Goddess for Carol. Carol. A goddess is not available to everyone. There's offerings, but only a lucky few will ever have the privilege of seeing her true form. A goddess must evaluate a person's true desires to determine whether or not they are pure of heart and will appreciate her gifts. You, too, are a goddess with the ability to limit access to your energy. Do not feel pressured to say yes to every opportunity requesting your attention. The situation you are inquiring about requires additional evaluation before you can proceed. So does this situation truly align in what you'd like to have in your life right now? Is it something that you truly enjoy? Or are you settling out of fear or worry that you won't get another chance like this? A goddess never settles because she knows the universe provides unlimited opportunities for her to share her gifts with the world. You, too, will be blessed over and over again. Give yourself the time and space to consider all of your options before deciding which one will be lucky enough to be part of your life. If something slips away while you do this, trust it wasn't worthy of your attention to begin with. I like that. I love that. Chatty! There's my Chatty. Are you still at work, Chatty? So let me grab up a Nightmare, then my Chatty. Are you gonna come up, Chatty? Come up and hang out with me? You probably want to relax after work, huh? So this is going to be for Nightmare from this beautiful deck. And it says, Rowan, there is no need to fear, dear one. Protected you are, and protected you will always be. Nightmare. And we're going to do one for Chatty. All right, here we go. With success also comes envy, and sad as it might be, there are those who will seek to possess what you have. This is true, even if you do not feel particularly successful. I'm going to come right there 1 second, okay? I'll help you. There are those around you who believe you are better and smarter and have something that they do not. It's called jealousy. The good news about pulling Rowan, that you are protected and safe from forces wishing to move against you. Those who are seeking to bring you harm do not have what it takes to defeat you. Yes, you may need to defend yourself, but you have worked hard for what you have. You are more capable of standing your ground. Push back against adversity, knowing you are supported by the universe in your fight. All well. While it might be challenging, you will emerge from this struggle unharmed. The Rowan card can also mean a new challenge is upon you. If you are not currently facing obstacles, there might be a delay in a project or an unexpected problem, or new competition may suddenly emerge. And what these people don't realize, what these people do not realize that are jealous of you is that they have the same potential. They can do it too. I don't get it. I don't get it. But, anyways, let's stay positive. Stay positive. I love that. Okay, so this is going to be for my chatty. Drive home safely, Dad. My little chatty. This one's going to be for you. You be safe. All right, here we go. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. This one is from my chatty. All right, here we go. Chatty, you got bee. B-E-E. Bumblebee. Don't drink all of life from one flower, for there are many to taste and many to explore. Oh, I like that. I love it. All right. That's kind of my philosophy on life, too. Don't drink from one bee. Like, you need to get around. Okay, here we go. Chatty. Every day, thousands and thousands of hardworking bees travel miles in search of pollen to bring back to the hive as nourishment. Perhaps bee would rather stay inside the hive out of fear of being a tiny little creature in the wide world. But bee knows it cannot build without the right resources. It must be willing to leave the comfort of home of more. Bee has sought you out today to remind you to be willing to put yourself out there. The universe will provide for your needs, but you must be willing to step outside of the box. There's always many possibilities waiting for you. One lost opportunity will be replaced by another, but perhaps wrapped in different packaging. And relationship will be filled with the love of someone who can better attend to your needs, even if this new love is the exact opposite of your usual type. Just as bee travels from flower to flower, you need to try different avenues and trust your inner wings to guide you until your potential is distributed in the right place. As you reach beyond your familiar boundaries, you will begin to expand your idea of what is good, right, and possible. The further that you extend yourself, the more resources and tools and people and opportunities you'll find. B reminds you to keep an open mind, as doing what you have always done will give you what you already have. Consider avenues that you would have never dreamed of embracing. You may find a whole new field of flowers from which to pick. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, yes. That was beautiful. So, catching them fish. Would you like me to pull you a card from this beautiful Seasons of the Witch? Catching them fish. I love fishing. I love fishing. Okay. Let's grab you a card. And it's just a lot of fun, you know, just for fun. We have a lot of fun with these. All right, so from the Seasons of the Witch, you got indulgence. We all need some time for indulgence. So you are worthy of every desire, every dream. Demand what is yours. Demand what you need. Here we go. Indulgence. Number 19. Catching them fish. of indulgence when the earth offers a feast for both eyes and stomach as spring comes alive and expands in bursts of colors and blooms. Like Mother Earth, you too will come alive when you indulge yourself. Indulgence doesn't necessarily mean eating an entire box of chocolates, though sometimes this might be required. The most productive way to indulge yourself is to acknowledge your worth and your needs. Demand what is yours, giving to yourself first. Do you always put others before yourself? Are you working hard to fulfill someone else's dreams rather than your own? Do you stifle your own desires in favor of someone else's? Your dreams and needs and desires matter just as much as anyone else's, even more so because they are waiting patiently in your heart, waiting for to find the time is to bring them to life. Hi, Kyle. Kyle, let's get to you, okay? To you, Kyle. Kyle, I think it's because you're so quiet, and then I forget, okay? I forget because you're so quiet. So let's grab you right now, okay? Let's give you a beautiful, beautiful Seasons of the Witch reading, okay? This is a really beautiful deck. You're welcome, Catching Them Fish. You're very welcome. I like this deck. We're working with this beautiful deck, Seasons of the Witch. So this is the card for Kyle. You got honey. The sweetness of you swells in the grace of your pull. Oh, so beautifully lethal. Ooh, okay. See what it says. Hey, Kyle, you probably heard more fleas. Sorry, you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar, which easily applies to manifestation and magic and healing. It attracts more with positivity and love and than it does with anger and frustration and sadness. You found yourself in a period of unrest, jealousy, hard fear, that the path to healing yourself is through allowing sweetness to swell within your being. Rejoice in the success and good fortune of others, and celebrate the good in your life rather than focusing on what is wrong or broken. Find compassion and forgiveness for those who have brought you pain. Each act of sweetness repairs the breaks in your heart, leading you on the journey towards restoration. Your abundance will be tenfold when you walk the path of sweetness, even if you have not felt much heartache and are currently experiencing a period of good fortune. The more you lean into kindness of heart, the more increase you shall see in return to you, an increase in love and wealth and health, joy, all of the above. Oh, that was really pretty. Pretty. That was for you, Kyle. Got 5 in the house still. 5 in the house. What do you think, Chatty? Should I just shut it down? What should I do? Tonight's kind of a slow night. But I love you guys. You're awesome. Oh, I've been on for almost 2 hours. 2 hours, guys. Right. Bye, guys. And I love you. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Chatty. Thank you so much. I love you.